Get ready to meet a true powerhouse in journalism, Christine Devine, the Emmy-winning news anchor of Fox 11 News. With a heart as big as her accolades, Christine's work has changed lives across LA. From Hollywood roles to her Hall of Fame status, she's a beacon of inspiration and impact. Now let's dive into the world of Christine Devine.
Christine, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Christine Devine. I'm a news anchor at Fox 11 Los Angeles, and yeah, that's about it.
What's your favorite time of day?
Ooh, morning person, holla, early morning. Yes, my choice is to wake up around 5, 6 a.m., which is really hard because I work night shift.
What's your biggest weakness?
Weakness, I can self-analyze to death. Give me a good self-help book and I'm your girl.
What's your biggest strength?
Strength, I think I'm a pretty good listener, had a little bit of therapy, so I think I try to kick those tools into place to help others.
What's the biggest learning experience you've had?
Biggest learning experience. I found in life that you are always learning. So that never ends.
What's your idea of a perfect date?
I love the good outdoors here in California, a good power hike, Starbucks, conversation.
What's one vice you wish you could give up?
Again, self-analyzing to death. Wait, I don't want to give that up. I don't want to give that up. No, I love the inner work. I love the seeking of leaders and teachers and gurus and trying to, discover yourself.
What's a cause that's important to you?
Foster care. It's a long story, but to make it short, my family, they were foster and adoptive parents, so I know that journey well. It became an assignment here at Fox 11 Wednesday's Child, but I was not in foster care myself, but I was adopted by my mother, married my stepfather. It's a long story, but foster care.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Best compliment. I would say on the Wednesday's Child foster care segment, where 2 young men said to me they'd never seen foster youth portrayed in a good way until Wednesday's Child.
When do you feel the most inspired?
Most inspired? When I'm around people who can serve as leaders and mentors and I gain wisdom from them.
Sweet or savory?
Sweet tooth.
What song can you listen to on repeat?
Song on repeat. Ooh. I don't know if I have one, but I have a favorite song. Rolling Stones, Miss You. Miss You? Is that it? Miss You, Miss Me? Rolling Stones, Miss You.
What makes you smile the most?
A bright sunny day, listening to some spiritual leader.
What's one thing people don't know about you?
Don't know about me. Well, it's all over the Instagram. So pretty much people know pretty much everything.
Heels, flats, or sneakers?
Wedge, platform, combat boots.
Vintage or new?
New.
What are 3 things you can't live without?
Lip gloss, credit card, good friends.
Window or aisle seat?
Oh, most deaf aisle. I like to breathe. I like to stretch out. I'm tall, so I don't want to be all like scrunched in. Gotta have my air.
What's your current TV character obsession?
Current TV character obsession. Oh my gosh, I'm not watching a lot of regular TV right now. Back up, Hacks. Love the lead character of Hacks.
Leather or lace?
Leather.
What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life?
Gone to Brazil by myself. Yeah.
How would you define yourself in 3 words?
Seasoned when it comes to career. Deep when it comes to processing things. I like to think I'm kind.
What's your current favorite piece of clothing that you own?
Well, I'm a fashionista, so that's a tough one. Current favorite. Can I just say the whole closet?
What's a must-have clothing item everyone should own?
Leopard.
What's inspiring you in life right now?
I'm gonna get back to Brazil. I mean, when you go to a foreign country, obviously you're learning so much, and it's so different from the food, to the culture, to the language, to the visuals. I feel like I'm just soaking in a whole other concept of life. My family lives in Copacabana, and they're at the beach every day. I have a brother, and to see him and jogging down the beach on his social media every day, just there's a whole cultural difference in Brazil.
What's the best piece of advice you've received?
I had this really great mentor when I was young in the career, and she told me, stop buying shoes, save your money. And it's been the best advice for me because we don't think ahead necessarily that, you're gonna need to invest for your future, that perhaps the income might not be there in the future. And I think we can get so wrapped up in buying things that we also have to plan ahead and to save. So if I could give advice to young people in the business, I would be telling them to save their money and not just spend it all.
What's your pet peeve?
When people RSVP or commit to something and last minute they cancel.
Diamonds or pearls?
Pearls because my mother gave me some pearls.
What's something you notice about someone when you first meet them?
Probably their smile.
What's your biggest regret?
That I don't listen to my inner voice more often.
What's heavily played on your playlist right now?
I don't have a playlist. I do not have a playlist. I've always been kind of a top 40 girl where you listen to the current music, but I've never taken the time to make a playlist.
What's your favorite board game?
Board game back in the day, Clue, we had Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Watching reruns of Sex and the City. Over and over. I've seen every episode 100 times.
What book did you most recently finish?
Currently reading Brené Brown. I was told to study her, and she has a new book out, so that's what I'm currently reading.
How do you start your day?
I start my day getting the thoughts together for the day, and then with perhaps a good spiritual read.
What's your favorite holiday?
Well, in news, we don't really have holidays. Every day is a work day unless it falls on your day off or you take a vacation day. So holidays really aren't my thing because it's often a news day.
If you could raid one woman's closet, who would it be?
Raid one woman's closet. Who's my favorite fashionista? I'll just say it, Diane von Furstenberg, the designer.
If you could switch lives with one person for a day, who would it be?
I might like to be Oprah for a minute. I might like to be Oprah. Not only has she interviewed the most amazing people, but also getting to be in the most amazing movies and really just meet whomever she wants to meet on the planet.
What's one thing you've always wanted to try but have been too scared to do?
I've not been a big traveler, and I've wanted to be more of a traveler, and the advice I would give to somebody who's in their 20s would be to take a trip every single year to a foreign country. It's such a learning experience, and I'm thinking, gosh, if I had done that every year since 20 on, imagine all the countries I would have seen. I forced myself to go to Fiji once, been to Canada, done Mexico, tagged along more recently to a trip to China and to Italy, popped over on a layover to England, and obviously now with birth family, Brazil. But I had to force myself to travel. So I would do more of that younger when you have the energy. Yeah.
Besides your phone or wallet, what are a couple of must-have handbag items?
Gotta have chapstick, gotta have gum for fresh breath, lip gloss, always carry a $20 bill, ID.
If you were not an anchor, what would you be doing?
I'd be a ballet dancer. It helps to have taken ballet though. Only did one summer of that, so maybe I wouldn't be a ballet dancer.
What's something you can't do?
Can't sing. Yeah, we always joke that the Devine girls are tone deaf.
Where was the best vacation you've ever had?
Best vacation by far was to Brazil to meet my biological family on my father's side.
What's one city you've always dreamed of traveling to?
Rome, and I did it. I got to tag along with my sister and her family.
What's something you always travel with?
Always travel with a pair of flip-flops. I don't like to walk on the hotel carpet without some kind of shoe, so flip-flops.
Favorite food?
Probably Mexican food. Love a good cheese enchilada and a shredded beef taco.
Favorite dessert?
Well, I love sugar, so almost any dessert. I would say red velvet sprinkles cupcake.
Favorite snack?
Snacks. I like salt too, so chips and salsa.
Best place to eat in LA?
Ooh, LA has so many great places. I'll say crustacean is fabulous. Garlic noodles.
What's a movie that made you cry?
Movie that made me cry. You know, I feel like a lot of the Oscar type movies kind of bring you to the tears. So the nominees and the winners, they kind of get you.
What's your favorite movie of the last 5 years?
Well, I have a favorite movie. I don't know if it's the last 5 years, probably not. But my go-to movie is The Devil Wears Prada. That is my go-to movie.
What's the one talent you wish you had?
Oh boy. Talent I wish I had. I wish I was smarter. I don't know if that's really a talent. Wish I had a photographic memory.
What's your favorite exercise?
I'm a gym girl. I like to go to the gym, get a good workout with the gym weights.
What's your favorite band?
Rolling Stones.
What's your favorite fast food order?
Well, who doesn't love In-N-Out Burger?
What's something you don't want to be doing in 10 years?
In 10 years, I don't want to be doing. In 10 years, I love my job. But in 10 years, I might want to be doing some of the things I can create on my own, which are very time consuming. So maybe I don't want to be doing the daily grind, but I do want to be creating content and product. So stand by, Fox 11. We might have some good ideas coming at you.
What's the cutest thing on planet Earth?
My little Yorkie Pips.
What's the best thing that's happened this year?
Seeing my father, meeting my biological father. I got to meet him last year, but got to see him 3 times in one calendar year. So it falls within that 1 year.
What's your favorite cocktail?
Not a huge drinker. I'll say a coffee espresso martini.
Which movie makes you laugh the hardest?
I'd never seen White Chicks, so I popped that on the other day. Pretty funny.
What do you usually eat for dinner?
Dinner is usually here at work, so I'm a bring my lunch to work kind of gal, so whatever I brought, probably leftover.
What do you usually eat for lunch?
Lunch, I'm often on the run to work for lunch, so there is no one thing.
What do you usually eat for breakfast?
Breakfast. Now that's literally the only meal I'm home for, so I make a pretty darn good vegetable omelet.
What's your favorite thing in the world?
Favorite thing in the world right now would be my father.
What's your favorite color?
Blue, navy-ish.
What color clothing do you wear the most?
Well, back in my early days of career, when it was kind of hard to find a lot of women's career clothing, I wore a ton of black. So my favorite thing to wear is probably a local designer, depending on what they've designed.
What are 3 words to describe living in Los Angeles?
Los Angeles is adventuresome, depending on the adventure you want to experience. You want to experience the hiking and the outdoors and the beach or the skiing, you can do that. You want to experience Hollywood and the arts and the music scene, you can do that. The people you meet are so diverse and so interesting and so many choices. I'm a small town girl from small towns. You don't always have the choices and abundance, so I call it very adventuresome. It's exciting and dynamic. Remember, we're one of the biggest cities in the world. So it's very exciting, and you can pick the lane that you want to be excited about. And I would also say, how would I describe Los Angeles? Spread out. It's very hard, I think, to make friends initially because my bestie lives up in Santa Clarita. I work in West LA. I've got another bestie in Redondo Beach, another in La Crescenta. I mean, you can't just say, hey, let's go to Starbucks, because it's a 45-minute drive to meet up. So that's one way to describe LA.
Do you like surprises?
No, I do not like surprises. Don't do it.
What's one thing you had to learn the hard way?
I've learned a lot of things the hard way. We don't get out of this life without learning things the hard way, and everybody's gonna have a different lesson in life. So I would say thank you to my teachers. Thank you to those who have taken all my sobbing phone calls, which still happen to this day. I think that the lessons in life are part of the journey of life, the pro and con, and they never end.
What's something you're tired of?
Mean people.
Who do you turn to when you're sad?
I have a few confidants. Yeah, I've got a few go-to people.
What's a trend you would like to see disappear forever?
Tattoos on the face. I just have seen too many people have to get them removed. So I'm always like, not on the face. It's, you know, what you want to do at 22, you might not want to do at 42. So I always am like, not the face.
What did you want to do with your life at the age of 12?
Age of 12? Who's thinking about what they want to do at the age of 12? I want to be a school teacher like my mother.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about life right now?
I'm very excited about certain chapters of life, others not so much, but I think that's part of what makes life go around, that you are looking at different things as they come about and deciding which direction you want to go.
Describe yourself in a hashtag.
Present?
If you could do a love scene with anyone,
Oh my gosh.
who would it be?
You mean like an actor? Anyone? I can't say that. I have a spouse.
If your life were a musical, what would the marquee say?
They not like us?
What's your wake-up ritual?
I wake up, have a drink of water, I listen to some spiritual teachings to get my day going, I process my list of to-dos, I check on the local news in the morning.
What's your go-to-bed ritual?
Well, I'm not a night person, and I get home around midnight, so I'm literally out in 15 minutes. So my ritual is walk in the door, wash my face, ladies' room, out.
What is one thing no one knows about you?
I don't really ever have an answer to one thing no one knows about me, because somebody knows something.
Dream country to visit?
Brazil, where my biological father is.
What's the biggest surprise you've had?
Finding my biological father a year ago.
Who do you want to write your obituary?
Dr. Will Wong. He's a social worker and professor at Cal State LA. I think he's got me down.
Style icon?
Project Runway.
What's one ingredient you put in everything?
Well, there's no one ingredient for everything, but I do love salsa.
What 3 people, living or dead, would you like to make dinner for?
I'd like to make dinner for my family. Love creating a good meal. I've never cooked for my father. That would be kind of fun to make him a meal. And the third person, well, again, I don't cook a lot. I'm not home at night, so they might not want me to make any dinner for them.
What's your biggest fear in life?
Biggest fear in life is that I won't conquer this thing they call happiness, and that I won't, end up going to the grave without fully going down that road.
What's your current TV obsession?
I'm a news junkie, so I'm obsessed with the news.
Favorite app?
I'm on the gram. The Instagram is probably my go-to. Oh, I love ThreadUp, where you can buy pre-owned clothing, which is dirt cheap, buy it on the clearance sale.
Secret talent?
I have no secret talent. There is no secret talent.
A superpower you would want?
Maybe to get to Brazil in like 5 minutes and not 16 or 17 hours.
Best advice you'd give your teenage self?
Best advice, not to give up during the dark days or the down times, because you never know where life is gonna take you, and you never know the journey you're gonna experience. You never know the people that are gonna fall into your lap as the decades go in life, and the chapters of excitement that you can't even predict. And so I think I've been a bit of a controlling person, wanting life to go this way or that way, and to have things later in life for me be completely unexpected and completely joyous. I would say, let life play out, let the chapters unfold.
A book that everyone should read?
My go-to book in high school that I feel shaped me was how to make friends. Dale Carnegie, look it up.
What would you like to be remembered for?
I'd like to be remembered as somebody who was involved in community, served community, used their job to be of help to people, used their job to uplift. That's the biggest thing. Obviously, we've done a lot in the world of foster care, but I think if my presence in this business of news can be to uplift someone through our coverage or emceeing their event that helps them do their good on the planet, then I would like that to be my legacy.
How do you define beauty?
Well, since we all know there's a whole lot of makeup right here, and Spanx, I would say that the definition of beauty is definitely going to be coming from within. You take this off, it's a whole different person, trust. So I would say the definition of beauty is how you engage with others. It is how you work to uplift others despite all the times we fall on that or in that way. I would say that the effort to try to be better, to try to do better, to work through the difficult times, which is a process, that's the definition of beauty.
What do you love most about yourself?
I think that I'm constantly working to be a kinder person, to be better to other people, that it's a kind of a journey that I'm committed to. Not always successful.
Best way to take a rest or decompress?
Ooh, I have this great mat that you lie on and you plug it in, and it is an infrared mat. Do that for 9 minutes, and also an app called New Calm, which you can regenerate at any hour of the day depending on if you want to sleep, if you want to raise your energy, if you want a power nap.
Favorite place to view art?
I just went to the LA Art Show and the Freeze Art Show, so that was really great.
If your life were a song, what would the title be?
They Not Like Us.
If you could master one instrument, what would it be?
I love the violin. Never tried it, but I love it.
If you had a tattoo, where would it be?
Hidden.
Dolphins or koalas?
Dolphins.
What's your spirit animal?
I'm gonna say a monkey. I love that they can scramble fast, they can go up trees, that they're adorable, that they're so human-like, they have the hands that can grasp things.
Best gift you've ever received?
It's not material, it's my mother pointing me the direction into finding my biological father. She was ill with cancer, and so when she did that, it was truly a gift that I never imagined was gonna ever happen in my life.
Best gift you've ever given?
Best gift I've ever given. I don't know, I think I need to work on that one. I don't think I've given any great gifts. How embarrassing. Sorry, friends.
Least favorite color?
Least favorite color. I like colors. I have no least favorite. I like the whole crayon box.
Drugstore makeup or designer?
Whatever they recommend from news.
Blow dry or air dry?
Oh, must blow dry. I have naturally curly hair, so to get it straight like this, we are pulling with that round brush.
Pilates or yoga?
Yoga,
Coffee or tea?
like them both. But they have to have sugar and whipped cream if it's coffee.
What's the weirdest word in the English language?
That's a bizarre question for me.
Dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Sweet tooth, both.
Stairs or elevator?
Stairs to get your workout in, but I've got a bad knee these days, so more and more it's the elevator. Happens.
Summer or winter?
Summer. I love the sunshine. I love the warm air. I grew up in Arizona, so we're used to sun and warmth.
You're stuck on an island. You can pick one food to eat forever without getting tired of it. What would you eat?
Mango.
A dessert you don't like?
Again, I've got a sweet tooth. There's not really a dessert I don't like. I'll take it all. Not the biggest fan of apple pie.
A skill you're working on mastering?
Learning a language, Portuguese.
Best thing to happen to you today?
I got some help around the house today cleaning. That was helpful.
Worst thing to happen to you today?
This interview. Only because I'm of the generation where we weren't trained to talk about ourselves. And so this is like a foreign concept to put oneself out there, because I was in the business in the day of, it's not about you. And we didn't have Instagram where it's all about you. So this is a little out of comfort zone. Sorry.
Favorite smell?
Floral.
Last piece of content you consumed that made you cry?
I'm not a huge crier. Well, that's not true. So sorry. My bad. Listening to a certain podcast type interview thing on YouTube. Yeah, kind of got me.
Lipstick or lip gloss?
Lip gloss. Gotta leave the house with a little lip gloss.
Girl crush?
Gal Gadot. Excuse me, Wonder Woman, please.
How you know you're in love?
Oh, wow. You feel it 24/7. Yeah.
What are you most excited about at this time in your life?
Please stop, I'm getting redundant. That is, of course, finding my biological family in Brazil and getting to know my father. I'm sorry, you can just re-cue the similar questions and you're gonna get the same answer.
Your go-to for having a good laugh?
A good comedy, certain people that are funny in your life.
Your affirmation for today?
My affirmation for today was #be present. Doing an interview like this is not my comfort zone. Don't really love sharing stuff about myself, but that's probably my upbringing in the news business, where I was of that chapter in life where we didn't talk about self. We didn't share things about self. It was really hard for me to get on social media and Instagram and post what salad I was eating for the day or what I was doing for the weekend. So I think that my goal in this was to #be present and just share a little bit outside my comfort zone.
What's your rating of the sit?
Well, I have enjoyed doing the sit more than I thought, but the lighting looks great, mic's great, set's great, questions are doable. I've enjoyed the comments from my colleagues, so here we are. I'm enjoying the sit. Done. Holla.